The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. Today's chapter reflects this thought. Our today's chapter's name is The Sound of Music. This chapter is split into two parts. Each part chronicles a famous musician who has overcome hardships and obstacles to become one of the most famous musicians in the world. The first part is about a famous musician named Evelyn Glennie. Now, what's so special about Evelyn Glennie is that she has gifted some of the finest music that the world has ever heard, but she cannot even hear her own music. Means she is deaf. So let us get into the story. The story starts at the underground train platform in London, where the whole where the rush hour crowds are jostling for a position. A rush hour is that time of the day when all the people who are going to office, they crowd up the railway platform or trains to reach to their destinations. So during rush hour in the underground train platform, there is a slight girl who looks younger than 17 years old, and she was very nervous and excited as she was feeling the vibrations of the approaching train. It turns out that it was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and it was daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Right. So at the age of 17 years, any person is scared enough to even go to the market himself and dealing with people. On top of, and this girl who is a teenager at the age of 17, she is going to the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, which is not only one of the most famous institutions in England but throughout the world. And on top of it, she is deaf. So that day obviously is something that must be causing a lot of nervousness in her, but at the same time excitement. Now it turns out Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing was not something that happened overnight. It was not sudden, but rather it was something that was gradual. Her mother, Isabel Glennie, she remembers that one day Evelyn, when she was 8 years old, she was waiting to play the piano, and the people called out her name and she did not respond, neither did she move. And her mother suddenly realized that Evelyn hadn't heard, and for obvious reasons her mother tried to tried to hide her growing deafness from friends and teachers, for the obvious reasons. Because see, when people have disabilities, their friends, their neighbors and the people around, they start treating them a little bit differently, and her mother did not want that for her daughter. And but her deafness could not be kept hidden for a long time, as by the time she was 11, her performance in school started deteriorating. Means her performance at school started becoming worse and worse, and everybody started realizing that she had a problem with hearing. The headmistress of the school urged her parents to take her to a specialist. She asked her to take her to somebody from whom she can get help. And when they went to the doctor, they found out that her hearing was severely impaired means she could not hear anymore properly because of gradual nerve damage, right? So her hearing loss was the reason, the reason for her hearing loss was nerve damage, and the doctor suggested that she should be wearing hearing aids, and she should be sent to a school for the deaf. And obviously it was a major setback to both Evelyn and to her family, and obviously they lost hope. But Evelyn was not one of those people who would just give up, and she was determined to lead a normal life, and she loved music a lot, and she wanted to pursue her dream, her interest in music. One day she noticed that a girl was playing a xylophone, and she decided that she wanted to play it too. By the way, a xylophone is an instrument that looks somewhat like this, and she wanted to play it too. Most of her teachers discouraged her, but a percussionist, Ron Forbes, spotted her potential, and he taught her. He began by tuning to large drums to different notes, and he suggested her, do not listen through your ears, try to sense it some other way, right? First of all, a percussionist is a person who deals with percussion instruments. So percussion instruments are those musical instruments which have a layer of skin on them, like for example drums or tablas and etc. So Ron Forbes, what he did is he took two large drums and he made certain changes into them so that the sounds they produced are different. And he asked Evelyn Glennie to feel the vibration of the drums, and Evelyn did the same. She realized that she could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. I think most of you must have sometimes felt sound rather than hearing it. Like a good example is when you are standing on the platform and a train is approaching, the platform trembles a little bit. It is a very loud vibration which we can feel with our body. But Evelyn, because she has lost her sense of hearing, she could sense even more smaller vibrations with her body. She says that she learned to open her mind and her body to sounds and vibration, and the rest of it was sheer determination and hard work. She did exactly that. Ron just showed her the path, that she could feel vibrations rather than just hearing it, that music is not just something that can be heard, but it is also something that can be felt. And that was it. She never looked back from that day onwards. She toured the entire United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she knew that music was her passion, and she wanted to make music her whole life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music, and she scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. And she moved from orchestral work. Orchestra is a group of singers, by the way, or musicians. From orchestra she moved to solo performances, means she started performing alone. And by that, at the end of a 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. And she says that if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there, right? So despite achieving so much at such a young age, she does not take credit for it. She maintains modesty, and she says that if you are going to work hard and you know where you want to reach, you will always get there. And right now she is the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. right? It is something of that inspires great awe, that a person who cannot even listen to music itself, she has mastered more than 1,000 instruments, and she is the world's most sought after, means she is the world's most popular multi-percussionist. And it is obviously more very intriguing, means it is very curious, and it is very interesting to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. She jokes that men with bushy beards give me trouble, means see, people who cannot hear, they often read lips, and she understands what people are saying by reading the lips. So she jokes that people who have beards, she has trouble reading their lips. Right. She speaks flawlessly with Scottish lilt because she is from Scotland. The reason why she can speak flawlessly is because before she lost her hearing after the age of 11. So before that she could hear each and every word. That is why her speaking is perfect, and she has even managed to master French, and she has learned basic Japanese. So she explains to the interviewer that music is something that pours in through every part of our body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. So she says that when normal people close their eyes and they listen to music, she lets music pour in through every part of her body. She says that she can hear music through her skin, through her cheekbones, and even through her hair. I know it sounds a bit funny to hear all this, but it is believed that people whose one sense organ does not function, their other sense organs are amplified. She says that she can hear, she can feel the sound of xylophone through the vibration of the stick through her fingertips, and she can feel the resonance flowing through her body, the vibrations flowing through her body when she leans against the drums. And when she is playing the drum, she removes her shoes and she stands on a wooden platform so that the vibration of the drum can pass through her body. Right, such a wonderful person. And Evelyn obviously delights her audience, and in the year 1991 she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. And James Blade, a famous master percussionist, says that God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. And that is true. What we just hear, she is able to feel that music through every little part of her body, and she understands music much better than every one of us, and that's why her music is much more beautiful than the music which is composed by normal people. Evelyn says that she is a workaholic and she just keeps working the whole day, and she says that she has to put in even harder work than the classical musicians, means other regular musicians. And she does concerts in prisons and hospitals, and she also gives classes to young musicians. Anne Ricklin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says that she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Obviously, she is a huge role model for other deaf children who believe that they cannot succeed in this world. She is the epitome of perfection. She is the epitome that hard work and consistency and perseverance can take you to heights, can take you to any heights. And Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. Right. So most people, what they achieve, what they cannot even achieve in their whole lives, she has achieved in less than half their age. The percussion instrument, which was something not very sought after, she has brought it to the front of the orchestra. Through her music, she has inspired, and through her music, she has moved the audiences. She has given inspiration to all those people who are handicapped, people who look to her and say that if she can do it, then I can too. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Obviously, she has entertained millions of people, but she inspires, and she continues to inspire, and she will inspire millions of more people in this whole world. So yeah, well, this is it, folks. This is the story about Evelyn Glennie, how she overcame obstacles and became one of the greatest musicians this world has to offer. We will read about the next musician in our next class. Thank you for listening for such a long time. Thank you very much.